By mine.
Yeah, fire's great against them.
Yeah. Oh, those and riffs.
Second wave should be a little bit easier.
So you balanced this as well, did you? For the most part, like.
Yeah, I mean, there's something I'm not super happy about the way it turned out.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, and it's that we used the despair demons, right? And they're ice resistant.
Yeah.
And the staff that you just got is an ice staff.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
That it came together pretty late, and I wish I'd caught that, but it's the way it is.
Yeah.
Players will have to be a little creative.
Yep. It's alright, it's going to be very useful when I take on that dragon.
Yeah, for the rest of the game, it should be pretty good until you outlevel it.
Yeah.
So we're having audio issues. We're gonna have to go offline. It's done quick. So just let people know that we're just gonna reboot the stream and hopefully that'll fix it.
Okay. Okay, so apparently we're having audio issues, and we've been told that we have to go offline for a few minutes to fix the stream. So we'll be back really shortly, guys. Please come back and join us. That we didn't show you anyone before launch, and we just finished this dungeon here, and I got a cool staff called Tempest. This is the Still Ruins in Western Approach, and I think what we'll do now is I might load up another save if I can remember which one it is, and we might go and check out another one. And I've got it on my phone. This is how organised I am. Sorry, I was playing it over the weekend.
40 hours in, eh?
Yeah. Alright, this one.
Go to Crestwood.
Crestwood, exactly. So, Crestwood is in Ferelden, whereas Western Approach is in Orlais.
Yep. So
there's the two exploration areas which you can go and explore after you get out of the hinterlands, or really at any time, I guess, if you've progressed far enough in the plot. Both of these areas, I think, are unlocked after you've done either recruited the mages or the Templar.
After you get Skyhold, actually.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. And yeah, so we're just gonna check out Crestwood a little bit. Again, I've played a little bit in this area, so I've came in there. I held off the undead that were attacking Crestwood Village. Captured the keep in there. Went in, opened up the.
Yeah, it looks like
the gates and
dam.
Exactly. So this whole area was underwater when I first got here, and now I've drained the lake out and exposed old Crestwood.
Yeah, I love this area.
It's
I can say
absolutely
that
gorgeous.
about pretty much the whole game.
Yeah,
it's so great because you got so many different varying environments.
Yeah, for sure. And another thing, if you're just joining us, I mentioned earlier on, we're in the final stages of patch number 2. Patch 1 came out on day 1. But patch number 2 has got a whole bunch of fixes and tweaks and things like that. So we're just in the final processes of QAing that, and the team is already working on the next patch. So we'll keep supporting the game, we'll keep improving it. So any feedback you guys have, fling it over to the Dragon Age Twitter account or on the forums and things like that. Okay, so let's go and explore the flooded caves. And this whole area actually is a bit of a side note. Crestwood as an area was one of the first exploration areas we started creating. And we redid this level again and again and again and again. And it looks nothing like it did originally.
Yeah, we were sitting over drinks with the designers and thinking about who hasn't worked on this level. And I think everybody who finished the game worked on this level at some point, including me.
Yep.
So,
yeah, it's gone through a lot.
Cameron, where'd you get that sweet staff? People want to know.
That sweet stuff.
Oh, man.
The one that I was just using then?
Yeah.
I need to have a look. I can't remember which one it was. Oh, this one. This is the red lyrium staff that you got through that little mini game on DragonAge.com. You had to kind of like watch these videos, and then embedded in the videos was kind of like these little hints and stuff like that. And so you go through and you watch like 4 or 5 videos and capture these little hints, and then it gets entitled to your account. So when you log in, you can download it and grab it.
Come on, let's find that fate rift. It's humming below us.
But yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
Wanting, wandering, looking back at what's looking.
How reassuring.
So this cave is underneath, or was underneath a lake.
Yeah.
But I drained the lake. There's a massive rift again underneath the lake, further out, the part that still hasn't been drained yet. So our goal is really to try and close that rift to bring some stability to Crestwood.
Yeah, this rift is causing the undead to attack Crestwood, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And who have I got with me? I've got Vivian, Cole, and Blackwall. Cole is such a freak. I love having him with me. He's really funny.
Yeah. On my playthrough, actually, I gave him a bow.
Oh, yeah?
Just because I needed an archer really bad, and
yeah.
And I love Cole, so give Cole a bow, and for those players who want archers, it's a great way to have a new archer.
Yeah. Stuff. Okay, just... Oops. Now, I think Raylene designed this level, right?
She did, yeah. She finished it out. I had done the first implementation of it, and then she did it, and she did a really good job. I mean, I don't want to say it's barely recognizable, but
yeah,
she's really finished. When I left it, there was a lot of unfinished stuff. I remember right where you are right now, there used to be a half zombie that was crawling towards you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember those. Actually, they were really cool because you could just like wail away at them and destroy them. But yeah, they didn't pose much of a challenge. So.
No, they weren't very fun in the end. So
yeah, it's a gorgeous level. This is, in fact, because Crestwood and this particular cave or dungeon was some of the first areas that we were making. There was a lot of the early screenshots came from this dungeon.
Yeah.
So you might recognize a few locations. Oops. God. For me.
Yeah.
I'll just sit here and loot.
Yeah.
Get the spoils.
You're the Inquisitor, right?
That's right.
Oh, what's back there?
More loot.
Bodies. Were people living down here when old Crestwood flooded? Yes. Washing over, lungs tight bursting, and then suddenly.
So, Francois, whenever you're dungeons like this, what's kind of the approach you guys take?
It kind of changes from dungeon to dungeon. So let's take this one for example. This one we had a theme beforehand going in, so we knew kind of what the backstory was. So from that point, I could just kind of, I'll start with like a paper graph, and I'll draw some beats, and I'll say, okay, it has to be. We have to first. You need to find the dungeon. So that was handled on the outside, so draining the lake and all that. Then on the inside, there needs to be a fade rift, and then everything in between. Then that's where we get to be creative. So at that point, I would sit down with an artist, and we'll just see how interesting we can make it between point A and point B.
Yep.
And
what about small things like this, like little? I mean, you mentioned it earlier. You know, like putting in little reward spots for for exploring and getting off the main sort of path
Yeah.
of the dungeon, which is really neat.
Spots like this, typically what'll happen is we'll play the level ourselves since we have we call it the crit path of the level through. And then we'll just kind of we'll feel it out, right? We'll think, okay, right here would be nice to have some exploration, or if there was another path that went off, or it'd be nice if I was rewarded for finding this area. And the QA guys, the testers, they've been invaluable for that too.
Yeah.
So they'll send us a bug and just say, hey, I got to this spot and it was really cool, but there was nothing here. Oh, okay. We'll add some stuff there.
Yeah.
I don't know specifically the thought process behind that room though, because that was Raylene's idea, and like you said, she did a fantastic job with this.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But that's typically what happens to me anyways. Or even anybody, like if you came to me and said, hey, this spot would be great. All right, let's put it in.
Yep. Yeah, there's some other really interesting dungeons in the game. There's I can't remember the name of it. The one it's kind of like abandoned, and the undead start sort of. I guess there's some undead in there, but what is it? Something temple.
Oh, the temple of some elven word.
Yeah.
Dirthamin, I think.
Yeah. That's really cool.
That is very cool.
Because it's kind of like a bit of a puzzle sort of dungeon.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, because you have to use the Veilfire torches to sort of light different areas, but there's like waterfalls like this, so you can't walk through the waterfall without your torch being extinguished, and it's really neat. We're trying to get through that.
That dungeon was actually our testing ground for the Veilfire torches. It was our first.
That's right, it was too. Yeah.
Yeah.
This shot was always, this area, this particular room was in so many of the internal screenshots that we were doing as well.
Yeah.
It was just such a gorgeous area.
This room, when I was working on it, I always found it kind of challenging. The reason is because it looks great and it's very big.
Yeah.
And it was hard to make content that really felt like it filled up the space well.
Right.
And to be honest, when I handed it over to Rayleigh, there was nothing left in this room. Like I had just deleted it all, and I was just gonna think of it in the future, think what could go here. And
wow.
She ended up moving the Fade Rift here, which I think was the best decision possible.
Yeah, because the Fade Rift used to be in a. It's kind of like a little mini room into itself, right? At the end of it, yeah.
So it ended up working great.
And this is one of the only. There might be some more later in the game, but this Fade Rift does 3 waves, right?
I'm trying to think. I think we got one more that does that. Or we have one more. Speak proper English. I can't remember where, but I know I've seen another one somewhere. Oh, it might be during the Red Cliff. Well, actually, I think.
Oh, yeah, in, yeah, I know, yeah. The throne room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when the fights used to be almost indefinite, and you just had to sustain and interact on the Fade Rifts.
That's right.
And it was almost impossible, and we were talking that if it was this difficult every time, and we had about 10 of these per level, they would just be the most frustrating thing ever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, we went through so many iterations of the Fade Rifts. You know, going through like how they spawn, what they do, what comes out of them, how you close them. So many iterations. But I think we landed on something that was pretty fun.
Yes.
So
great addition too, I think. Like just kind of that nice cherry on top of the icing.
Yeah.
Was the when you finish it off, you get that blue loot. You always get an accessory.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one thing I would have loved to have done with them is, and I'm not a designer by any stretch of the imagination, so it's probably a really crap idea, but I wanted to have the Fade Rifts corrupt the wildlife around it. Yeah. So if it's in like the wilderness area and there's like a ram if it gets too close to the Fade Rift, then the Fade Rift kind of like corrupts the ram, and it comes kind of like a devil ram.
Yeah, and then it
know.
would start attacking you.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly, and then that's another benefit then of closing down the rifts, because then the wildlife becomes less hostile. And
Yeah.
stuff like that, so
We have a plot that's kind of like that, and I hope it's not too spoilerish, but it's in the hinterlands, so I bet you everybody's already seen it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
with the wolves, I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I've done the one. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it.
I love that quest because it takes you to like that corner. It takes you where you find the
And it's a
alpha
cool
wolf.
area. Yeah,
I know, it's
yeah,
so awesome.
Yeah. Okay, what did I get? I got Yep. Is that one? I think it was that one, right?
Yes, the
Oh,
axe
yeah.
of green edges.
We'll use that. That looks good.
Is that custom armor that was on Blackwall?
Uh,
I don't think I found one like that.
no, I think this was. I found it somewhere. I can't remember where I found it though.
Very cool. Yeah, it's a purple.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Okay, so we've closed the Fade Rift. Now I need to get the hell out of here. And there's a whole backstory behind this Crestwood and the flooded caves.
There is, yeah.
I won't spoil it for you people, but
It's a good thing you said that because I was about to jump into it.
yeah. Oh, here we go. Let's do this. But it's really neat. Like, you know, when the writers and the designers sort of come up with these different ideas, you know, hearing about that one was really cool. So, who needs
You don't need ladders. Yeah.
You got Blackwall, the man.
Oh, is that a mosaic piece right behind you?
Yes, there we go.
There we
There's
go.
another one. Yeah, those mosaic pieces, for people who weren't with us earlier, they're just like a small collection piece that you can get in the game, and there's a whole bunch of them in every level, and you can take them back to Skyhold and
Yeah.
pass them off to a dwarf.
Yeah, and they make like a collection on the wall.
Which is really neat. That sort of reactivity is really nice. Okay, now I do need a ladder to get back up. Blackwall is not that epic.
There was a time too where when you went down in this chamber, we were saying that it was poison filled.
Oh, really?
If you went down because like the poison had settled, you would start taking poison damage. But that's me thinking it'll be great design and everybody playing it. So this sucks.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. And there was... It's really cool. It's really good fun actually going back over these areas and thinking about the changes, because I remember there was like a key or something behind this dwarven statue at one point,
Yes,
or
you had
around
to
this area.
You had to search for it, and when you found it, a rage demon appeared.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel a draft. There must be a way out nearby.
Because I'm a mage and I'm wearing a dress. I feel a draft. It's Monday, man. Come on.
Yep.
Okay, let's go exploring. What have we got? Okay, I'll loot these for Mark, because Mark's probably watching and he gets mad at me when I don't loot things.
Oh, well, not to mention Paragon's Luster is pretty good material for crafting.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this shot here. What was it? This one?
Yes, it was. And
Yeah.
then we had the corpses would come out of the ground.
Yep. Yep. And there was a pride demon at the end of it.
Yeah, we did have that for a while too.
Yeah. Okay, Nugs. I'm getting such a bad reputation for killing every Nug I see, and now I feel guilty, but if I don't kill them, people will...
Is there really a nug nest down here? That's amazing.
Alright, I'll just kill one.
No. Once you start, your party followers are gonna kill the rest, aren't they?
Well, it'll give something for the Nugs to eat. They'll... Okay.
They must be eating the moss already or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to counter this nug killing frenzy you're going on here.
Okay. Alright. Try and get out.
You know, I was playing this the other night, and my wife and I were sitting there, and I was playing a warrior, right? And he has a grappling hook.
Yeah.
So I grapple hooked a Fennec, pulled it to me, kicked it, it died. And of course, the Inquisitor just yells out, "Die!"
Yeah.
And she just started laughing. She was like, "What kind of game is this?"
Yeah.
Like, game where we have extreme prejudice against tiny animals.
That's right. It would be great, I've got to say, and I'm sorry, Peter, for all this stuff, but like, if you did that chain shot and when you kicked it, if you kicked a small creature, it would actually go flying.
Oh, man.
Because there's, you know, using that chain shot on big creatures, you know, doesn't work, right? Because they're big and weighty, so using it on small creatures should have a added benefit. Okay, what have we got? Yeah, those of you who don't know, I'm spamming the sort of search mechanic here to highlight things. It's really useful if you're exploring around, particularly in dark areas. Just try and find everything that's sort of interactable, so all the loot.
Yeah, when they put in that object highlight, I never imagined it would have been that useful.
Yeah.
I use it all the time.
Yep. More loot. So these are the Canary specific headgear, these ones.
Yeah, it's like face painting.
Yep.
I actually remember the first time I used one of those guitars. I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced, but I put one on my Inquisitor, which is first one I'd done was a female Canary.
Yep.
And I was looking for a helmet, and I was like, "There's no helmet," so I logged a bug about it.
Oh yeah.
I felt like, well, I felt great when I found out that I actually put face paint on it. I should have noticed that.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh yeah, so the trick for these guys is as soon as you get into the melee range, he's gonna teleport away.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta try and fight him from range.
Lucky I'm a mage.
Then again, being in melee range will disrupt him and he can't attack while he's doing that, right? So
Yeah.
decisions, tactical
Yep.
decisions.
Yeah, so for those of you curious, I'm playing a 9 enchanter mage. I really enjoy. A lot of fun. It's cool because you can, be ranged and melee, right? So it depends on how you play it. Like, you can totally, be overpowered if you want. Some people have mentioned being able to kill solo dragons with it, with the right build and the right equipment. I think the same is probably true for most classes, actually, if you build them, really well. But that's all part of the sort of min-maxing and sort of customization, crafting mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the Knight Champ because fundamentally I like mages being a range sort of damage dealer or support, depending on how you build it.
Yeah.
But I like being able to jump away and hit things with a big spirit sword.
Well, it makes you more versatile, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I think the first thing I'll do when I get back to work is I'll check all these online builds that the community are posting,
Yeah.
and I'll try building one of those. I want to do a nightmare playthrough.
Yes. Yeah, so do I. Not on the first one. I want to actually, get through the story, all of it, and actually experience it. Because, when you're making the game, you see everything, but you see it in so many different stages.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't get the final thing, final complete sort of experience. Royal Elf Root.
Yeah,
I haven't found a use for it yet. I'm sure we can use it somewhere.
for upgrades.
Okay.
Some potions need them.
Oh, that's right, because we can upgrade our potions, strength, and stuff like that. So,
Yep.
yeah.
You know, the crazy thing is I was watching some players on Twitch, and some of them started on Nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Finished the game.
Wow. Already?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Sounds like they're having a blast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just couldn't believe it. It's their first time